The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
I don't like Jason Derulo. I love Jason Derulo. Please bring him to me. Jason Derulo. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Oh, I got to clear something up, man.
Give me a hug. Oh, I love you. I don't like you. I love you.
I love you too,
Have you ever been in a relationship with someone and you had a fight? You said, I love you. I don't like you.
Yeah.
But I love you.
I've never said that, but I've heard it a lot of times.
Well, that means you're human.
Yeah.
Hey,
I got to clear something up, though, because you said I had a fur on, but, I got to tell the people it was a faux fur.
It was a faux fur?
Yeah.
All right.
I was standing out there. I was like, you put me on blast like that? Yeah, it was fur.
All right, so when you were here on that 98-degree day, that was a faux fur.
Exactly.
All right. Mm-hmm. So nothing died for that fur.
Nothing. Except a cotton.
A cotton plant.
A cotton
Yeah, it was a cotton fur.
So let's get a few things cleared up. And then I want to say now, I'm going to play a song from Jason Derulo with some of his friends in a few minutes. And this song is I'm being very serious. It's a very important song. And I'll tell you why in a moment. But anyway, so you were up late, but you look good. You don't look like you had a late night. So were you up partying or were you working last night?
So, it's like a ritual. I know I was coming to see you guys, so I know I can't go to sleep. So, it's too early for me, baby.
Last time you came in here with no sleep, it was a little messy.
Yeah, I was drunk, wasn't I?
Oh, but it was a great interview. It was fantastic.
Oh, this one's gonna suck.
No, not at all.
I told him to get me a shot before I got here, man.
Okay,
all they gave me was some damn coffee.
Last time Jason Derulo was here, he was still partying from the night before, and I caught up with you. I don't know if you remember, but I did 2 shots to kind of get on in your lane.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want me to line them up right now.
Hey, I never say no.
I'll line them up
Neither
right
does
now.
Elvis, so there you go.
So, look, I was thinking, actually, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday about the history of our show. And, of course, a major part of our foundation are our friends who come in to visit, you included. And so he said, give me the names of the artists that really are kind of becoming a part of the family. And I'm like, Jason Derulo is definitely one of them.
I appreciate that, man.
Because you know what? Every time you have something new and fresh to talk about, that we're gonna play it loud.
100%. Listen, I was here to shoot the video last night, and I was here in New York, and I was like, well, damn, where's my where's my Elvis Duran interview? Like what happened? So I called my folks, and we made it happen. I appreciate you guys, putting me in last minute.
No, please.
Hey, if I can't be in town and not come, you can't come in town and not visit your friends.
I'm
right?
glad you said that, Derulo, because we have a lot of people in town.
Hey, you dropped the Jason, didn't you?
I'm gonna get
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna get to that in a minute. There are a lot of our listen closely. There are a lot of our friends in town right now who didn't call, and we will remember that.
Oh, word.
You tell Camila Cabello I said
hi.
He always calls them out, though. He's like, who's in town who didn't come say hi?
Didn't come say hi? Yeah.
And they got a new record out?
Yeah.
Oh. You know how much you love your mom, right?
Yeah.
How would she feel if you went to town and didn't tell Mama you were in town?
Oh, hey, she might bring the belt back out. I don't know. I was like, Mom, come on, really? I mean, I think we way past that now. Crazy.
I don't know. When you're in town, you go see Mama.
Have to.
And when you're in town, I'm always available for hugs. So,
Me too.
Now, so Andrew Berkowitz walked in a few moments ago. He said, I think Jason wants to drop the Jason. He just wants to be called Derulo. Now I looked at him and went, Berkowitz, we dropped the Andrew. Yeah. You did say that, didn't you?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, and he's looking at you. So are you considering maybe moving towards just a life of Derulo?
No, I'm not considering it. I mean, it's inevitable.
Oh, you want to do
that?
Really? Yeah, it's all about when it's going to happen. And I think it's actually happening naturally. People just call me Derulo, but it's kind of been through my entire life. Like when I was in high school, by the time I was a senior, everybody just called me Derulo.
All right, we'll do whatever you want.
You see how I just said that? It sounds
Derulo.
But it sounds cooler when you say it.
Nah, it sounds great when you say it too. Nah,
Derulo.
I know. I'll tell you why.
That sounds beautiful.
I'll tell you why it sounds
has a
good,
ring to it.
It sounds Italian. And you are Italian.
That's it.
So Daniel says, hey, it's Derulo.
No, mine sounds New York. Hey, it's Derulo. He's here.
Yo, Derulo.
Hey, that's lit. What? I'm out here.
Derulo.
Yeah, eventually.
Look, we'll call you whatever you want to be called as long as you come in and see us. Now, let's get to the music for a second.
Word.
By the way, When the album?
The
When?
So I'm finishing the album up. I'm actually going on tour starting September 19th. So between now and then, I want to finish it up, and then we'll decide when we'll be able to release it.
Is Swalla going to be on the album?
It is.
Because I love a song that tells me what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very early, man. You know what time it is.
Is Tiptoe going to be on the album?
Tiptoe will be on the album.
Because I love being told what to do. So Derulo, it's all about songs that tell us what to do.
Word.
Now,
the entire album.
Okay, let's move to the music. We're kind of there, but anyway. Okay, I'm about to play. I'm about to play it in a second. Goodbye. Now, you got Nicki Minaj on here. You got Willie William on here. And isn't Guetta in a part of this?
Yeah. So David Guetta, Nicki, Willie, all a part. That's a big family.
Now that's a nice studio of people. Now, in this major collaboration, are you all in the same room at any time, or is it all on text? Is it all online?
It's pretty much all online.
So we need to know that you're together.
You know what the difficult part when you do a song with people that live on opposite sides of the planet, it is kind of impossible to be in the same place. I mean, you got people from France, you got people from Miami, LA. It's just like all over the place.
Who's there? Knock.
Who's there?
JetBlue. We can all come together.
Yeah, but it's hard with schedules.
It's very hard, man, because everybody has a very busy schedule, as you can imagine, at that level, right? So it's tough, but it's not like you would imagine. It's still as collaborative. You don't have to be in the same place to be that collaborative.
Right. Okay.
Because I mean, it's not like David's gonna help me write my verse, or what I'm saying, or I'm gonna tell him how his snare drum should sound. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to respect people's space as well at the same time.
But on the other hand, isn't there something kind of cool about you look at the clock, it's 3 a.m. and you're all still in a studio together, and then someone says, poof, idea. And you're there together and you're bouncing off each other. I assume that there are many ways to do this, and that could be another. But
that's a cool way to do it too. But it's not very common.
Okay,
it's not very common, and I wouldn't say it's more. It's rewarding in the fact that you kind of create it together in a room, like satisfying. But you won't get a better product by doing that. Yeah. A song is a song because I had great ideas and you had great ideas. It's not because we came up with those ideas in the same room.
I must imagine, let's say you go into a studio, Jason, and you put, there's a track going, you sing a verse, and then there's like a minute of just nothing but music. And then there's you singing again. And then you email it over to Cardi B and go, fill up that minute. I don't care what you do. Just make it entertaining. You got 60 seconds, go. And then she goes to the studio. She fills up that minute, and she sends it back, and she says, all right, what do you think? I mean, is it anything like that? I mean, do you just send stuff to each other? I know this is a dumb question, but for us it makes sense. Is it you just send stuff to people and say, fill it up. Let me see what you can do. Is that possible?
Yeah. So I mean, it happens differently every time. So like for instance, with Talk Dirty, right? So it was my first time working with 2 Chainz. It was I knew that the song needed somebody that had a specific thing, right? And I was a fan of what he did. The first version he sent me was squeaky clean.
Yeah.
So I felt like he was like, oh, this is a pop record. Let me be squeaky clean on it, because it was his first pop record that he was ever on. And I called him. I was like, yo, I just want to be. I want you to be that amazing you that you always are. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be as dirty and as filthy as you want to be. Don't try to edit yourself.
Did he thank you?
Nah. I mean, he ain't thank me.
Thank you, Jason, for allowing me to be me.
I mean, he's like, he asked specifically. So what do you want? I said, I just want you to be as filthy as you want to be. Like if you want to talk dirty, like how would you do it? And his first line was he had penis. And can I say that on the radio?
You can say penis.
You can say penis.
Let's say it together. Ready? Penis. All right.
Ratings just went up.
They did. And so did my penis. And so how long did it take for him to return it, to get back to you?
Oh, quick. Different people work, at different speeds, but 2 Chainz is super quick.
Yeah.
It's like with videos, too. Like that Maroon 5 song with Cardi B. There's a lot of famous cameos in the video.
Yeah.
But you can tell that those people are not in the same room as him.
The same time.
Yeah, at the same time. A lot of times I'm
They
like,
weren't?
oh, no. You can tell
See,
that they put people in there.
I need to believe that they were all together.
The scheduling.
But Scary, what did we start our show with today? First song was
Talk Dirty to Me.
It was.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Of course.
Talk Dirty.
You see how I did that?
Derulo and 2 Chainz.
But don't we have to edit that? Do you say Jason Derulo in the beginning of that song? Because then we have to edit it.
No, actually, the girl she says, Jason Derulo.
And now it's just going to say Derulo.
Nah, she could say Jason Derulo. It's all good.
You know what? I totally messed
It's
up.
just from now on.
Back to the song Goodbye, okay?
Yeah.
When you first push play, you're like, I've heard this song before. Andrea Bocelli. Wow, this is different. And then I'm thinking, thank God, something different. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Music, sometimes it all sounds alike. It's
For sure.
Sometimes you gotta pull into another lane, as you've done with this song.
Yeah, you got to shake it up, man. I mean, I've always been the kind of person that just wants to just experiment on different sounds and different things. I mean, this is an Italian song, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's a very this is like a clash of worlds. This song, that's what it feels like. It feels like a very worldly record.
It's a merging of worlds. I think that's fantastic. Wait, hold on. Bring me in Italian. Where is Andrew Puglisi? Please, Andrew, where is he? Where's my assistant?
I don't know.
There's no one more Italian.
Yeah, he speaks it,
Sorry,
doesn't he?
Andrew Berkowitz. I'm sorry, you're not Italian.
What are you?
Anyway, I'll get him in here in a second. Because he's from an old school Italian family.
Yeah.
Andrea Bocelli, like every song they listen to in his house is Andrea Bocelli.
It has to be.
I know. Where is he? Where's my assistant's never here when I need him?
Running an errand for you.
Oh, then we go.
He's picking up your dry cleaning.
He must be at the Apple store. Anyway, we were talking earlier about how we love to pour a bottle of red wine, turn the lights down, turn on Andrea Bocelli. It's a nice thing, and when you hear it merging to the world of Jason Derulo and Nicki Minaj, and you're like, wow, this is great.
It's so different, right? It becomes a whole other thing, and I wanted to make sure that it did become a whole other thing. I mean, I'm a huge fan of classical music,
right?
As a child, I mean, that's what I sang in school. It was all classical, right? So, that's where a lot of my influences come from. They come from totally different places. So I've never used a classical song as like a interpolation. So this was the first time I was like, because I've tried it before and it just didn't work out. But with this one, it just really stuck.
You're taking chances though, which is what you have to do.
Sure.
We're talking about how. Come here. Are you okay with Jason Derulo singing one of your Italian songs in there?
Hi, Jason Derulo, first of all.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Opera.
You don't sound very Italian, bro.
He sounds like he says,
opera.
He sounds like Shawn Mendes a little. Hey, Shawn Mendes, Jason Derulo.
Hey, it's me, Shawn Mendes. Hey, Jason.
Because your mom and dad are they love their classic Italian ballads.
Yes, I grew up with the Andrea Bocelli song being played at least once a week, like a solid once a week.
Oh, amazing.
So, it's an interpretation. I like it.
Thank you.
That doesn't sound convincing at all.
Final answer.
But loved it. We were talking about it earlier. But taking a chance. Every time you turn on the radio, it seems they're gonna strike me down for saying this. Some of the music just sounds like some of the music. And sometimes it's like one long song when it's 3 songs. It all sounds alike after a while.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you have a track like this, let's stir it up.
Absolutely.
I like that.
I'm all about stirring it up, man. If you gonna come out with a joint, man, it has to make a statement. It has to be an event. And I think that's exactly what this joint is. It sounds like an event, something that should be played at every sporting event, you know what I'm saying? Every club. It should be that vibe.
Leah, oh God, let's go see what she wants. Hi, Leah. Say hi to Jason Derulo.
Oh my God. Hi.
Now, what do you want to tell him?
Hey, what's up, baby?
Go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to tell you that Derulo, you're my husband, and you just don't know it yet.
You're
I love it. And I love how you call me Derulo, baby.
Yeah, I've been listening to you since like 2010 when Riding Solo came out.
Oh, lit.
And you're just amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Where you from?
I'm from Syracuse, New York.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
I could see you two shacking up. Upstate New York.
Upstate New York.
Oh, Leah. He's just my type.
Leah, have you heard Goodbye yet?
I have.
Oh, of course you have. What a dumb question. All right, we're going to play it again.
Yay.
Thanks for listening, Mrs. Derulo.
Nice to meet you.
So are you, when it comes, Jason, you're talking about going out on tour.
Mm-hmm.
That's, a lot of people don't understand. Going out on tour is work.
Oh, it is.
Fun, lighting, sound, different cities, hotels.
Definitely.
But
I mean, I think
it's work.
I also think it's a different level of work for every different artist, right? It depends on how involved you are in your stage design and your costuming and your choreography. And if you do choreography, which is nobody else, right? It's as involved as you make it.
Wait a minute. You do your lighting, you design your choreography?
Oh,
your costuming, everything?
100%.
Are you back there sewing up stuff?
But no,
I'm not sewing,
you only
it's the
need
design.
pants because you always go out there with no shirt on. So you just need pants.
There's that.
That's it.
How hands-on are you when it comes to the strategy and design phase of an upcoming tour?
Listen, so I've been waiting for a moment that I can put on a tour that I see in my head for a very, 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 very long time. So there's no way that I'm gonna allow somebody else to take the reins on something that I've been dreaming about my whole life. So this is a moment, where I'm doing these huge arenas that I can actually do the things that I want to do because of the budget that I have now, right? So
how much is that? No, I know that's a very personal question.
You can't ask that.
I can too.
What if he asks how much you make a year?
I'm not going to tell him,
well,
but
there you go.
that's a personal salary. I'm talking about a business. We're talking about millions and millions of dollars, not only to design it, but then to move it costs a lot of money.
For sure.
Concerts are expensive.
Yeah.
You don't have to give me a number, but I mean,
you mean how much does a tour? How much does a tour cost, or how much does
the whole thing? Going out on a huge tour with costuming, with security, with management, with lighting, with music.
I mean, let's put it like this. I mean, I'm traveling with 40-something people every single day. So like all those people are on salary. Mm-hmm. So those are just the people that I travel with. So then you got to think about all the people at the venue. Mm-hmm. All of the merchandising people, right. People that are security.
You got to rent the house.
You got to rent the house. I mean, you got to have your equipment driven on these on these trucks. It's 7 trucks. You know what I'm saying? So it's very expensive at this level.
Let's talk about tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about that now. So if ever you wonder where your money goes when you buy a ticket for a show,
yeah.
It's 100%. A lot of money.
How do you make the money back on like what?
You don't.
Merchandising? I mean, you gotta make money somehow.
Yeah. So it's a combination of everything, right? It's the merchandising, it's the actual ticket. The ticket goes up based on the show too, right? I mean, every ticket is different, so if you're buying a Taylor Swift ticket, as opposed to somebody else, obviously the Taylor ticket's going to be, a pretty penny. But it's because of the caliber, show that you're going to see. Yeah. Right. So you pay top dollar for a top dollar show.
Will it be kid friendly?
100%.
Because my kids love you, but I'm not so sure we'll be going together to that concert.
There's no
if you don't go with them, it's going to be because you don't want to.
Okay.
You want to act a certain way.
Yeah.
Really, I'm their mother. Come on now.
They've never seen you quite like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put it into perspective for you. I know it's a business thing, but you know what? It's show business. The difference between Jason Derulo, hear me out, and a lot of other people out there on the road is, look, they're all artists, okay? Some are performers, and performances, there's much more to it than just a voice into a microphone. Mm-hmm. There's the whole... There's the whole sensory overload of what's happening. Every light on that stage is aimed to a certain place to make you feel a certain way.
At a certain time.
At a certain time.
Yeah.
They bring you up, they bring you down. Like a good club DJ who can get you up and get you down, it's the same thing. It's a roller coaster. And that's what makes you different than all the others.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you very much. And I want, when people see this show, I want it to be unlike anything they've ever seen before. And you know, it's been a build up, right? And like I've had other tours and I've played arenas, but this will be the first time that, you know, it's an elevated budget. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just the things that I can afford, but it's the things that I can also dream up of.
You know what? Our show's the same way. The elevated budget for our equipment. Hey, Froggy, let Jason hear your microphone stand.
Here we go.
Listen to his microphone stand.
Hold on, here we go. Ready?
That's his microphone stand.
That's right.
Wow.
Elevated budget. That's
Nice.
Sounds like Andre Boucher.
Listen, Jason has spent time here in our Y100 studio before. Jason grew up listening to Y100, went to
For
Miramar High
sure.
School. So Jason knows what the studio looks like, but
Elevated.
that's what it sounds like.
Big budget studio,
Big
man.
This is
budget,
big budget.
man.
This is
Big
big budget.
budget.
The chairs creak
Come a
and the
long way.
microphone stand creaks. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And in that studio where Froggy is sitting, someone actually rubbed their dirty ass on the wall.
Are you serious, bro?
It's the
we did.
strangest.
And all they did was they just covered it up with a Y100 logo.
It's
Yeah.
Hey, that's Miami, you know.
Jason
Listen,
knows.
I love my city, baby, but we get down and dirty sometimes. You gotta watch who you bring to the studio, man. I've been
I think
there.
it was one of your people, actually. Hold on a second.
Yeah, let's not speak too soon. Well, look, okay, so we've covered a lot. We've covered the music. We've covered Derulo.
Yeah.
We've covered elevated performances, and that's what makes a difference. So if you wonder where your money's going, it's, you know what, it's an experience, and you know what, the experiences are so much more important than things. But while you're walking out of your experience, buy a thing at the T-shirt table. Now I gotta play goodbye. But as we do, you know, as I always say, you always have a home with us, Jason Derulo.
Thank y'all so much.
And you may be Derulo to the others, but you'll always be my little Jason.
Appreciate that.
Praise Jesus.
Been preaching all day.
Okay, Goodbye is out, and we're waiting for
Right now.
the album will be out to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
So you get David Guetta, Nicki Minaj, Willie William, and of course Jason Derulo on one track, and this is what it sounds like. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, guys.